The African wilderness is breathtaking. Vast savannas stretching to the horizon, skies painted in shades of orange at dusk, and rivers teeming with life. But beneath this beauty lies danger. For one tourist, what began as a serene river safari would soon turn into a fight for survival against one of the most aggressive animals on Earth, the hippopotamus. It was late afternoon on the Zambezi River, the sun casting a golden shimmer across the water. A group of tourists drifted quietly in a small boat, cameras ready to capture elephants grazing along the banks and birds gliding above. The air was filled with the gentle hum of insects and the occasional splash of fish breaking the surface. Among the passengers was Claire, a 32-year-old traveler seeking adventure. She had heard of the hippo's reputation, but like many, assumed these bulky creatures were harmless giants, slow, docile, and almost comical in their appearance. That misconception would soon be shattered. The boat glided past a cluster of reeds when the water erupted with violent force. A massive hippo surged upward, jaws wide, teeth gleaming like ivory daggers. The animal slammed into the boat with terrifying power, sending passengers tumbling. Screams pierced the air as the small vessel rocked dangerously. Chaos followed. Claire was thrown into the river, the cold water closing over her head. Panic surged as she fought to stay afloat, the current tugging at her clothes. Gasping for breath, she surfaced, only to see the hippo charging again, its head rising like a boulder from the depths. The sheer force of the attack was unimaginable. Hippos may appear slow on land, but in water, they are explosive, capable of speeds that rival Olympic swimmers. The beast lunged, its gaping jaws nearly 3 feet wide, and clamped down on the side of the boat, splintering wood like matchsticks. Claire kicked desperately, her heart pounding, as she tried to reach the safety of the reeds. Every splash, every movement, risked drawing the hippo's attention. She could hear the shouts of other passengers, the frantic calls for help, and the crushing sound of the hippo's jaws snapping shut. Then it turned toward her. Time slowed. The massive animal surged through the water, leaving a wave in its path. Claire felt a rush of sheer terror, her body frozen in place. In those seconds, she thought she would never see her family again. The hippo lunged, but luck was on her side. Distracted by the splintering wreck of the boat, it veered off at the last moment, returning to thrash the vessel in a rage of territorial defense. Seizing the opportunity, Claire dragged herself toward the reeds, her arms shaking, lungs burning with every desperate breath. Minutes later, local guides raced to the scene in another boat, pulling survivors to safety. Claire collapsed, trembling, soaked, but alive. Experts later explained what had happened. Hippos are among Africa's most dangerous animals, responsible for more human deaths than lions or crocodiles. Despite their plant-based diet, they are fiercely territorial, especially when boats intrude too close to their pods or feeding grounds. The hippo's aggression that day was not random. It was a defensive strike, a warning to leave its domain. Claire's story is a chilling reminder that danger in the wild doesn't always come from predators hunting for food. Sometimes it comes from animals defending their home with unstoppable force. Today, she recounts the experience not with fear, but with respect. The hippo's power and ferocity left her scarred, but it also gave her a new understanding. In the wild, assumptions can be deadly. The Zambezi River remains a place of unmatched beauty, but it is also a reminder of nature's raw power. For those who venture onto its waters, one truth must never be forgotten. The most dangerous animals are often the ones we least expect. And for Claire, that truth came in the shape of a creature she once thought harmless, until the day it nearly ended her life.